My beloved, my chosen one, my child of light, why are your hands trembling as you read this line? Because deep down, your spirit already knows that something has been set in motion today. The heavens whispered your name louder than ever, and Archangel Michael was commanded to bring you this urgent call. Today, August 21st, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this now. It's only for you. A good news is coming. My child, you always skip these messages. You always think, maybe later, maybe tomorrow. But heaven says there is no tomorrow for this blessing. Don't hurt God by skipping this one. Don't silence your own miracle by doubting it. Listen carefully. Every line you are reading right now is not just words, it's a bridge between you and the divine. A thread of gold connecting your wounded heart with the endless treasures of heaven. Something has been unlocked. Something carrying your name. But it will only reach you if you don't look away this time. My beloved, you have cried when no one was watching. You have asked God, when will it be my turn? And the answer is, now. Yes, now. The angels have been circling your house for hours, waiting for you to open this. They are whispering to each other, will the chosen one finally listen? Or will they skip again? Pause. Breathe. Imagine God standing at your door right now. Would you let him knock and walk away? Or would you open with trembling hands, ready to receive? That's what this moment is. Heaven is standing at your door. Before I reveal the fullness of this mystery, let me tell you something important. If your heart is here, reading this, it's because you are chosen for a rare blessing. But the enemy also knows you are reading. That's why distraction comes. That's why skipping feels easier. Don't let them steal your miracle. Stay. Keep reading. Hold on. Because in the next few breaths, your entire destiny will be spoken into light. My beloved child, you need to hear this now, not later. Heaven is pressing this moment into your hands like a sealed letter from eternity. Imagine an angel with trembling wings standing before you, holding out a scroll written in fire and light, and on it is your name. Archangel Michael has carried it down from the throne of God himself. He does not speak carelessly, and he does not beg often, but today he says, do not skip this. Do not delay. This is your appointed time. Heaven is serious. Your future is at stake in these words. A door is opening right now, and if you step through, nothing in your life will remain the same. There have been nights when you whispered into the darkness, does anyone hear me? Does anyone see what I'm going through? And heaven heard. God saw. Every tear, every heartbreak, every hidden prayer you thought no one caught has been gathered into a bowl before his throne. The angels poured it out today, and the fragrance rose before God. And in that holy moment, he declared, enough waiting. Enough delay. Send my word to my child today. That's why you are here, why your eyes are locked on this, why your spirit feels something stirring that words cannot explain. This is not coincidence. This is a summons. You have asked God so many times, why me? Why do I go through so much pain, while others seem to dance through life? And now, heaven answers you with tenderness, because you are chosen. Because your pain has carved the vessel that will now carry the blessing. Every delay was a preparation. Every heartbreak was a doorway. Every loss you thought would bury you was actually planting you for this very season. Today, August 21st, the seed breaks the soil. Today, the sun touches your name. Today, Archangel Michael shouts from the heavens, "Rise, beloved. It's your turn. My beloved, hear me. The greatest lie whispered against you was that God had forgotten you. But God cannot forget His own breath, and you are His breath, His design, His masterpiece. What you feel right now in your chest, that sudden heaviness, that pounding heartbeat, that awareness that this message is more than words, is the Spirit of God pressing on you to stop doubting and to start receiving. A good news is coming, and it is not ordinary good news. It is not just another small blessing you'll forget in a week. It is heaven rewriting your story in front of your enemies. It is God lifting you in a way that those who mocked you will fall silent. But child, you always skip. You always let fear and doubt whisper louder than faith. How many times has heaven stretched out its hand and you turned your face away? How many nights did God send you signs, dreams, sudden thoughts of encouragement, and you dismissed them as random? This is why Archangel Michael is fierce today. He says, "Do not hurt God by skipping. Open this now. Receive this now. You have one chance to align with what heaven is doing. This is not about curiosity, it is about destiny. I see your life as if written on a scroll, and I see the ink of your pain staining its edges. But then I see the fire of God consuming those stains and rewriting your story in letters of light. What was broken is being healed. What was delayed is being released. What was stolen is being restored. And this is not just sweet language, it is a spiritual reality unfolding around you right now. Your angels are already at work, aligning conversations, shifting hearts, moving obstacles, breaking chains you didn't even know existed. By the time this message finishes, your atmosphere will have changed. And listen to me carefully here, you thought you were alone, but you never were. Even when you sat in silence with no one to talk to, an angel was in the room, watching, weeping with you, waiting for this day. They whispered your name in heaven's courts, and now their prayer is answered. That is why you feel chills as you read this. That is why you cannot scroll away even if you wanted to. Because this is more than a message. This is heaven breaking into your timeline. Child, I must warn you of something. The enemy will try to snatch this word from your heart before it roots itself. Already, thoughts of doubt may rise. Maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm imagining this. Maybe I'll just check later. That is the enemy's voice, not God's. And Archangel Michael is standing guard to silence it. You cannot afford to dismiss this moment. You cannot afford to walk away again. If you do, you will wound God's heart, because He has stretched His hand so far for you today. And listen to me carefully here. You thought you were alone, but you never were. Even when you sat in silence with no one to talk to, an angel was in the room, watching, weeping with you, waiting for this day. They whispered your name in heaven's courts, and now their prayer is answered. That is why you feel chills as you read this. That is why you cannot scroll away even if you wanted to. Because this is more than a message. This is heaven breaking into your timeline. Child, I must warn you of something. The enemy will try to snatch this word from your heart before it roots itself. Already, thoughts of doubt may rise. Maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm imagining this. Maybe I'll just check later. That is the enemy's voice, not God's. And Archangel Michael is standing guard to silence it. You cannot afford to dismiss this moment. You cannot afford to walk away again. If you do, you will wound God's heart, because He has stretched His hand so far for you today. Now, lean closer. There is a mystery heaven is about to unveil. For months, no, for years, you have been circling the same struggles, the same pain, the same unanswered questions. And heaven says, today is the turning. Something that has been locked is being unlocked. Something that has been hidden is being revealed. The hand of God is pushing back the curtains over your destiny. You are about to walk into a room prepared for you long before you were born. This is why the urgency is so strong. This is why Archangel Michael is shouting louder than ever. My beloved, I need you to hold on to every word now. Do not skim. Do not rush. Every paragraph is a key. Every line is a door. Every breath of this message is time to heaven's rhythm. If you stop now, you will miss the unfolding miracle. If you keep going, you will step fully into it. My beloved child, you are not here by mistake. Your eyes are resting on these words because heaven itself pulled you here. If you knew how many times angels have circled around your path to bring you to this very moment, you would cry with gratitude. Today is not a normal day, today carries weight in the unseen. Heaven has chosen August 21st as your day of announcement, and Archangel Michael himself has been commanded to deliver the message. He speaks with authority, his voice sharper than 1,000 swords, yet tender as the whisper of a mother. Open this now, my beloved, he says, for it is only for you. A good news is coming. Can you feel your heart racing? That is the Spirit of God confirming that this is more than text, it is a direct visitation into your soul. You have walked long in shadows, wondering if anyone notices your hidden suffering. You carried weight on your shoulders that no one else could see. Sometimes you even smiled outwardly, but inside you were breaking. And yet heaven was watching. God saw you not just in your public strength but in your private weakness. He saw the moments you closed the door and wept quietly into your pillow. He saw the moments when you were tempted to give up completely. But you didn't. You held on. Even in silence, your heart whispered His name, and that was enough to keep the fire of heaven burning around you. And now comes the reward. Now comes the moment the heavens open and pour out the answer to your hidden prayers. Do you realize that every delay in your life has been part of a divine strategy? You thought rejection was punishment, but in truth it was protection. You thought delay was denial, but in reality it was positioning. Every time you thought God was saying, no, He was actually saying, not yet, because the best is still being prepared. That is why this day matters. That is why you cannot afford to skip. For this is the not yet turning into now. This is the prophecy hidden in time breaking forth into reality. And if you walk away again, if you close your ears, you will miss the very moment your soul was created for. Beloved, your enemies thought you would never rise again. They rejoiced when they saw your pain. They laughed when you were down. But they did not know that God Himself was keeping track of every wound, and that He planned to raise you higher because of it. This is why Archangel Michael is fierce today. He says, do not hurt God by skipping. Do not grieve the Spirit by ignoring what was prepared for you in tears and blood. Heaven has already moved on your behalf. The answer is already descending. What you need is not to fight, not to question, but simply to receive. Child, listen to the rhythm of heaven in these words. Feel how your spirit is being awakened. There is a vibration between these sentences that is not human, it is divine. Do you sense it? That sudden warmth, that quickening in your chest, that tingling down your spine? That is not imagination. That is your angel drawing close to you, brushing against your spirit to let you know this is real. The unseen realm is nearer than your skin right now. You are surrounded. You are being lifted. You are being touched by a love older than time itself. Think of this, your entire life has been leading to this chapter. The betrayals, the heartbreaks, the moments of despair, none of them were wasted. Each one was a stepping stone leading you here. And God is saying, now that you are here, I will redeem every moment. I will turn every loss into gain, every wound into wisdom, every tear into laughter. Do you see how tender He is? Do you feel how much you are loved? You doubted your worth, but heaven never did. You thought you were ordinary, but angels called you extraordinary from the day you were born. Now, my child, I must tell you something important. There is a voice trying to pull you away even now. A whisper that says, close this. It's too long. It's not for you. That is the enemy. That is the thief who has always wanted to keep you blind. Do not obey it. Do not let darkness rob you of your dawn. Archangel Michael is here with his sword drawn, protecting this moment so you can fully receive. He says, stay. Do not leave. The miracle is unfolding even as you read. I see visions as I write to you. I see chains breaking, falling to the ground with the sound of iron snapping. I see doors opening one after another in rapid succession. I see letters of good news being written with your name on them. I see people who rejected you being forced to honor you. I see blessings stored for years now rushing like a flood. And above it all, I see your name glowing in the halls of heaven, marked with favor. It is happening, beloved. It is not far off. It is not a dream. It is now. Now, my child, I must tell you something important. There is a voice trying to pull you away even now. A whisper that says, close this. It's too long. It's not for you. That is the enemy. That is the thief who has always wanted to keep you blind. Do not obey it. Do not let darkness rob you of your dawn. Archangel Michael is here with his sword drawn, protecting this moment so you can fully receive. He says, stay. Do not leave. The miracle is unfolding even as you read. I see visions as I write to you. I see chains breaking, falling to the ground with the sound of iron snapping. I see doors opening one after another in rapid succession. I see letters of good news being written with your name on them. I see people who rejected you being forced to honor you. I see blessings stored for years now rushing like a flood. And above it all, I see your name glowing in the halls of heaven, marked with favor. It is happening, beloved. It is not far off. It is not a dream. It is now. But God asks something from you. Don't skip. Don't run from this presence. Don't scroll past. Don't harden your heart again. Stay open. Keep breathing these words. Let them wash you like a river. Because with every paragraph, heaven is moving closer. With every sentence, the veil is lifting. With every word, the miracle is anchoring itself deeper into your reality. This is how heaven works. It speaks, and those who listen are changed forever. And beloved, I need you to know something else. You are not reading this alone. The spirit of your loved ones in heaven are near. They see you, they rejoice that you are finally paying attention, finally standing at the edge of your breakthrough. You wondered if they remembered you, if they could still send you love. And the answer is yes. They have been interceding, whispering your name in heaven's courts, waiting for this very day when their prayers and yours meet in a holy collision. That is why this feels so overwhelming. Because the weight of generations is converging here. My beloved child, you are still here, and that itself is a sign that heaven is holding you. If you were not meant to hear this, distraction would have already carried you away. But something in your soul knows, this is different, this is divine, this is urgent. Today, August 21st, the heavens have bent low over your life. A trumpet has sounded in the unseen, and your name was carried on that sound. Archangel Michael has not come casually, he has not come by chance, he has come under direct command. Deliver this word to my child, for the time has come. And I tell you again with trembling reverence, your time has come. Do you feel the stirring within you, the uneasiness, the trembling, the sudden weight that makes your eyes unable to move away? That is your spirit waking up to what has been spoken over you since before you were born. God placed something inside you, a seed of destiny, that could not die, no matter the storms, no matter the betrayals, no matter the delays. That seed has waited in silence for the rain, and today, that rain is falling. Every word you are receiving now is water for that seed. With each line, roots are going deeper, shoots are breaking through, your future is rising toward the light. Think of how many times you almost quit. How many times you told yourself, this is too much. I can't carry on. But then, in the darkest hour, something unseen kept you breathing. A whisper came, a sudden peace washed over you, a sign appeared when you needed it most. That was not accident. That was heaven keeping you alive for this moment. If you had quit then, you would not be here now to receive this. And Archangel Michael says, beloved, do not quit now. Do not skip now. You are closer than you realize. I see the record of your pain, but I also see the ledger of your prayers. They are not lost. They are not ignored. Heaven writes every tear, every word, every sigh in its eternal book. And today, the balance shifts. The weight of your prayers has tipped the scale. The bowl of incense, filled with the fragrance of your cries, has overflowed before the throne, and God has declared, enough. Release the answer. Send the breakthrough. Deliver the news. That is why this word burns with urgency. This is not just comfort, it is activation. Something is being signed in heaven right now concerning your life. My beloved, lean closer in spirit. Feel how these words are not just information but energy. They are shaping the unseen around you. As you read, angels move. As you believe, chains snap. As you open, doors unlock. This is why you are warned not to skip, because skipping is not just walking away from words, it is walking away from what those words carry. Do not hurt the heart of God again by doubting Him. He waited too long to bring you here. Now I must reveal this: good news is already on its way to you. Even as your eyes scan these lines, the message has been released. It may come as a letter, a phone call, a meeting, an unexpected opportunity, but it will carry the fragrance of heaven. And you will know, beyond all doubt, that it was promised here. The enemy tried to delay it, but he cannot stop it. The blessing is marked with your name, sealed in fire, guarded by angels. The only question is, will you remain open to receive it? There is a vision forming before me. I see a door, heavy and ancient, carved with symbols of your battles. For years it has remained shut. You pushed, you knocked, you cried, but it would not open. But now I see Michael standing before it, his sword glowing. With one strike, he shatters the lock, and the door swings wide. Inside, I see treasures, peace you thought you'd never feel again, opportunities you thought were lost, relationships restored, abundance flowing. And at the center, I see a crown, and on it your name. This is your inheritance. This is the good news. This is why heaven is so urgent. Beloved, hear this: your enemies will not understand how you rose. They will be shocked by the suddenness of your elevation. Those who doubted you will be forced to witness your vindication. This is not pride, this is prophecy. God Himself will lift you so that His glory is seen through you. And when you stand in that place of blessing, you will remember this moment. You will remember how close you were to skipping, how near you were to ignoring, and how obedience brought you into overflow. Do not fear. Do not question. Just receive. The same God who kept you through every valley will carry you now into your mountain. The same angel who shielded you in battles you never saw will now walk before you into victory. The same Spirit who whispered in your pain is now roaring in your breakthrough. This is not the end of your story, it is the divine beginning you have been waiting for. Beloved, hear this: your enemies will not understand how you rose. They will be shocked by the suddenness of your elevation. Those who doubted you will be forced to witness your vindication. This is not pride, this is prophecy. God Himself will lift you so that His glory is seen through you. And when you stand in that place of blessing, you will remember this moment. You will remember how close you were to skipping, how near you were to ignoring, and how obedience brought you into overflow. Do not fear. Do not question. Just receive. The same God who kept you through every valley will carry you now into your mountain. The same angel who shielded you in battles you never saw will now walk before you into victory. The same Spirit who whispered in your pain is now roaring in your breakthrough. This is not the end of your story, it is the divine beginning you have been waiting for. My beloved child, the Spirit will not let me stop, because you are still holding on, still reading, still thirsty for the living water hidden in these words. Do you realize what that means? It means your soul is finally ready to receive what it has been crying for in silence. It means that all the nights you thought were wasted, all the years you thought were stolen, were actually leading you to this sacred point in time. Archangel Michael bends close even now and says, "Chosen one, you cannot turn back." This is not a message you half read and forget. This is the one you must keep close to your heart, because it is written into your destiny. For so long, you have felt like doors were closing in your face. Every time you thought you were about to step into light, something shifted, and you were pushed back into the shadows. But what you did not know is that God Himself was blocking certain paths, not because He wanted to deny you, but because He had a greater road prepared. If you had taken those other doors, you would have been trapped in lesser things, surrounded by people who did not deserve your light. So He let you feel the sting of delay, the ache of rejection, the weight of waiting. And though it hurt you, it preserved you. Now, today, August 21st, Archangel Michael comes to tell you that the waiting is over. The prepared door is opening, and the delay is breaking off your life like chains snapping in fire. Feel the weight of these words, child. They are not casual, they are not coincidence. Heaven rarely speaks with this much urgency, and when it does, it means something irreversible is being released. This is not a maybe. This is not a vague hope. This is a decree, and heaven's decrees cannot be undone. You are stepping into a season where good news will meet you like rain meets dry earth. And just as earth cannot refuse rain, you cannot refuse what is already on its way. It will soak you, it will refresh you, it will revive you. But listen closely, the blessing is not only material. Yes, provision is coming, opportunities are coming, open doors are coming. But deeper than that, peace is coming. The heaviness that has sat on your chest for years, the anxiety that has followed you like a shadow, the restless nights where your mind would not quiet, these are lifting. God is not just giving you what you asked for, He is giving you what you need. And what you need most is rest. You have fought long enough. Now comes the time to breathe again. Do not let doubt steal this from you. You have a habit of second-guessing miracles, of talking yourself out of blessings. You have told yourself, maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe it's not for me. And that doubt has delayed you before. But not this time. Michael's voice is sharp as lightning as he declares, do not hurt God by skipping. Do not hurt yourself by doubting. This word is sealed with your name, and you must take it. Think about it, beloved, how many times did you almost give up, only to find that God pulled you back with one small sign? That was proof that He never abandoned you. Even when you could not feel Him, He was near. Even when you thought your prayers hit the ceiling, angels were carrying them to His throne. If you could see the battles fought on your behalf, you would weep. Michael himself has stood between you and destruction more times than you know. And now, instead of only protecting you, He comes to promote you. That is why His words are burning with urgency. I see a table being set before you. I see enemies gathered around, not to harm, but to watch in silence as God honors you. I see cups of overflowing wine, plates of abundance, crowns of favor. And your name is inscribed at the head of the table. This is not just imagery, it is heaven's declaration. You will be honored where you were once humiliated. You will be lifted where you were once ignored. You will be seen where you were once overlooked. The very places of your shame will become places of your testimony. But child, remember this too, when God lifts you, stay humble. The blessing is not to puff you up, but to shine His light through you. You will be entrusted with influence, with opportunities, with love, and with provision. And you must use them not only for yourself but for others. For you are not just chosen to receive, you are chosen to carry light into dark places. That is why the warfare against you was so fierce. The enemy knew that if you survived, you would shine too brightly to be stopped. And you have survived. Now comes the shining. Stay with me, do not drift. Every word you continue to receive is pushing the miracle closer into your reality. Every line is a brick in the foundation of your breakthrough. If you stop, you weaken it. If you continue, you strengthen it. That is why heaven urges you so desperately, do not skip, do not quit, do not delay. My beloved child, the flow of heaven has not stopped, and it will not stop until every word meant for you is poured out. When God speaks, it does not return empty, it fulfills, it creates, it shifts realities. Even now as you hold on to this message, unseen forces are moving. Archangel Michael stands with his sword drawn, cutting away the webs of delay that wrapped around your destiny for years. He declares in the authority of the throne, "Beloved, do not turn your face away. The miracle you have prayed for is already coming, and if you remain open, it will not pass you by. Stay with me, do not drift." Every word you continue to receive is pushing the miracle closer into your reality. Every line is a brick in the foundation of your breakthrough. If you stop, you weaken it. If you continue, you strengthen it. That is why heaven urges you so desperately, do not skip, do not quit, do not delay. My beloved child, the flow of heaven has not stopped, and it will not stop until every word meant for you is poured out. When God speaks, it does not return empty, it fulfills, it creates, it shifts realities. Even now as you hold on to this message, unseen forces are moving. Archangel Michael stands with his sword drawn, cutting away the webs of delay that wrapped around your destiny for years. He declares in the authority of the throne, "Beloved, do not turn your face away. The miracle you have prayed for is already coming, and if you remain open, it will not pass you by." You have been through long seasons of silence. Times when it felt like the heavens were closed, and no matter how much you cried, no answer came. You thought perhaps God had chosen others instead of you. You thought maybe your prayers were too small, too unworthy, too drowned out by the cries of the world. But child, every whisper of your heart reached Him. Every tear was caught. Not one moment of your waiting was wasted. It all built weight in the courts of heaven, until finally the scales tipped in your favor. That tipping is happening now. Today. August 21st is not just another date, it is the moment of divine exchange, the day when prayers transform into manifestations. I see the tears you thought no one noticed. You hid them from people because you didn't want to seem weak. You laughed when you wanted to collapse. You carried burdens that would have broken others, and still you walked forward. Heaven has written those sacrifices down. Do you not know? Your strength in silence became incense before God. That incense rose higher and higher, until he commanded the angels, "Go. Bring my child the word. Bring them the turning." And so here it is, delivered through fire, sealed by Archangel Michael's voice. Good news is coming. And it is only for you. Beloved, pause and breathe. Let your soul feel this moment. You are not reading by accident. You are not stumbling upon empty words. This is heaven's signature over your life. You have always feared missing out, feared being left behind, feared being unseen. But God says today, I have never forgotten you. I have never turned my eyes from you. And I will not let you miss what I wrote for you. Do you feel the trembling in your spirit? That is your soul recognizing the truth. That is eternity pressing against time. But hear me, this is why the warning is so urgent. You have a history of skipping. A history of letting doubt choke out the seed before it takes root. How many times did you feel the tug of heaven and brush it aside as coincidence? How many times did you push away the hand of God because you were too busy, too tired, too doubtful? That is why Michael's command is fierce today. He says, do not hurt God again by skipping. Do not silence the miracle with unbelief. Beloved, this is the turning point, and if you step past it, you step into something irreversible. I see visions opening before me, visions of letters being signed with your name, contracts being sealed, doors being opened. I see people who once rejected you now searching for you. I see money that was held back being released. I see healing breaking into the very places you thought would remain broken forever. And I see joy, pure, unshakable joy, spreading across your face like sunrise after years of night. This is not poetic imagery. This is prophetic sight. Heaven is already aligning these things for you, even as you breathe these words in. Do not be afraid, child. Fear has lied to you long enough. It told you that nothing will change, that your story is stuck, that your time is over. But God says today, your time begins. The clock of heaven has reset, and the countdown to your breakthrough has started. You are not behind. You are right on schedule. Every detour, every delay, every disappointment has only set the stage for a greater unveiling. I must tell you this as clearly as I can, you are chosen. Not in a vague, general sense, but specifically. Out of millions, your name was spoken. Out of countless souls, your situation was marked. Out of all the cries rising from earth, yours was highlighted. That is why Archangel Michael is standing guard over this moment, making sure nothing distracts you. You are chosen to receive this word, chosen to carry this blessing, chosen to shine in this generation. Beloved, stay with me. Do not let your mind wander. The longer you remain, the deeper this anointing sinks. Think of these paragraphs as waves washing over you. The longer you stay in the water, the more it cleanses, the more it heals, the more it fills you. If you leave too soon, you walk away half-filled. If you stay, you will be overflowing. That is why heaven begs, do not skip. Do not rush. Stay. And now I tell you, something is shifting even as you read. A heaviness is lifting from your shoulders. A calm is beginning to rise in your chest. You thought you were just reading, but in truth, you are being healed. Words from heaven carry power, they do not just inform, they transform. And this transformation has already begun. My beloved, your soul is thirsty, and heaven does not send water without quenching. That is why the river of words continues, flowing without pause, carrying you deeper into the mystery of God's timing. You have asked me again and again, Lord, when will it be my turn? And Archangel Michael answers today, your turn is now. Not tomorrow, not years from now, this very moment is the crossing point between what was and what shall be. Every step you've taken through pain has led you to this bridge, and now you stand at its edge. All you must do is step forward with faith and keep receiving. Do not think lightly of this day. August 21st is written in heaven's calendar with fire. Angels know it. The courts of heaven know it. Even your enemies in the unseen know it. That is why you feel this tugging inside, because something larger than you is unfolding around you. For years, you thought your life was small, overlooked, forgotten. But in heaven's scroll, your name shines like gold. This message is not just encouragement, it is a declaration that what was hidden will now be revealed. You have been tested, and though you thought you failed, heaven calls you faithful because you kept walking, even when you crawled. My beloved, your soul is thirsty, and heaven does not send water without quenching. That is why the river of words continues, flowing without pause, carrying you deeper into the mystery of God's timing. You have asked me again and again, Lord, when will it be my turn? And Archangel Michael answers today, your turn is now. Not tomorrow, not years from now, this very moment is the crossing point between what was and what shall be. Every step you've taken through pain has led you to this bridge, and now you stand at its edge. All you must do is step forward with faith and keep receiving. Do not think lightly of this day. August 21st is written in heaven's calendar with fire. Angels know it. The courts of heaven know it. Even your enemies in the unseen know it. That is why you feel this tugging inside, because something larger than you is unfolding around you. For years, you thought your life was small, overlooked, forgotten. But in heaven's scroll, your name shines like gold. This message is not just encouragement, it is a declaration that what was hidden will now be revealed. You have been tested, and though you thought you failed, heaven calls you faithful because you kept walking, even when you crawled. My child, think of how many times you cried into the night and thought no one heard. Think of the times you gave, loved, sacrificed, yet received nothing in return but silence. And still, you kept going. That perseverance did not go unseen. God Himself leaned down to watch, to count, to record every tear. He is not unjust, He has seen it all, and He has prepared repayment. You are entering a season where the harvest will outnumber the seeds, where the answers will outrun the prayers, where blessings will chase you down instead of you chasing them. Do you believe this? If your heart stirs as you read, it is because your spirit recognizes truth when it hears it. Beloved, the battle for your destiny has been long. You felt the weight of it in your health, your relationships, your finances, your mind. It was not ordinary resistance, it was targeted warfare. The enemy saw the light inside you and panicked. He knew if you ever stepped fully into who you were called to be, you would shake things he wanted to keep in darkness. That's why the storms came so fierce, why the betrayals cut so deep, why you were attacked in areas others take for granted. But the very fact that you are still here, breathing, reading, is proof that the enemy failed. You are unkillable until your purpose is fulfilled. And today, purpose awakens like fire inside your chest. Archangel Michael stands over you now with his sword. He is not only the warrior who fought for you, he is also the messenger who carries your decree. Hear his words: do not hurt God by skipping. Do not silence your miracle with unbelief. The letter of heaven is open before you, and it bears your name. If you could see how angels are holding their breath as you read, waiting to see if you will embrace or ignore, your heart would break with gratitude. They know how much heaven has invested in you. They know how much has been arranged for your breakthrough. They long to see you step into it fully. Now, let me tell you plainly what is coming. Good news. Not just a word, not just a vague hope, but tangible, undeniable good news. Something you have waited for is being released. It may look like a phone call, a message, an opportunity, a person arriving at the exact right time. You may not recognize it at first, but when it arrives, your spirit will leap, and you will remember, this was promised to me. And once it starts, it will not stop. This is not a one-time blessing, it is a river. The drought has ended. The skies have opened. But my child, do not let fear steal it. Fear will whisper, what if nothing changes? What if this is false hope? That is the same voice that has tried to silence you for years. Rebuke it. Stand firm. Heaven does not lie. God does not tease. What he has spoken, he performs. What he has promised, he fulfills. You are not standing in front of empty words, you are standing in front of the doorway of fulfillment. I see in the Spirit a crown descending, glowing with light, held in the hands of an angel. It is lowered carefully until it rests upon your head. This crown is not for pride but for identity. It is heaven saying, this one is mine. This one carries authority. This one will rise and shine. When you walk forward from this day, you will not walk the same. You will carry a new weight, a new dignity, a new confidence. Others will notice it even if they cannot explain it. That is the mark of the chosen. Beloved, I must urge you again, remain here. Stay under this flow. Every word is a seed, and seeds take time to settle. If you rush away, you will uproot what God is planting. But if you linger, if you soak in it, you will walk away transformed. This is why heaven is pleading, do not skip. Do not dismiss. Do not hurry. For the one who stays will see, the one who believes will receive, the one who holds on will overflow. My beloved child, your spirit is still listening, and that alone makes heaven rejoice. Do you understand what it means when you refuse to skip? It means you are finally agreeing with the timing of God. It means the heavens, which have been waiting in silence, can now move in fullness. Archangel Michael bends low over you in this very moment and declares, "Beloved, you have no idea how close you are. The shift is not far, it is already here. You have walked a road that felt endless. Each step was heavy, each day felt like a repeat of the one before, and many times you asked, 'Is this all there is for me?' But God was not ignoring you. He was building something deep, something eternal. Like roots that grow underground unseen before the tree bursts into view, your prayers, your pain, and your perseverance have been digging, stretching, anchoring. You thought you were stuck, but really you were being rooted. And now, the season has come when what was hidden will break the surface. The tree is about to rise, and its branches will spread wider than you ever imagined. Think of how often you doubted yourself, how often you compared your journey to others, thinking you were behind. You saw people advancing, celebrating, prospering, and wondered why your life seemed delayed. But child, your story was never late, it was reserved. The blessings of others may have come quickly, but yours were stored carefully, built layer upon layer, so that when they finally come, they will not vanish. What is being released to you now is not fragile, it is unshakable. That is why the enemy fought you harder than most, because what you carry will outlast storms. You have walked a road that felt endless. Each step was heavy, each day felt like a repeat of the one before, and many times you asked, "Is this all there is for me?" But God was not ignoring you. He was building something deep, something eternal. Like roots that grow underground unseen before the tree bursts into view, your prayers, your pain, and your perseverance have been digging, stretching, anchoring. You thought you were stuck, but really you were being rooted. And now, the season has come when what was hidden will break the surface. The tree is about to rise, and its branches will spread wider than you ever imagined. Think of how often you doubted yourself, how often you compared your journey to others, thinking you were behind. You saw people advancing, celebrating, prospering, and wondered why your life seemed delayed. But child, your story was never late, it was reserved. The blessings of others may have come quickly, but yours were stored carefully, built layer upon layer, so that when they finally come, they will not vanish. What is being released to you now is not fragile, it is unshakable. That is why the enemy fought you harder than most, because what you carry will outlast storms. Archangel Michael whispers fiercely, "Do not hurt God by skipping. Do not doubt when you are finally at the gate. Heaven knows how close you are, and that is why this urgency burns. If you could see the unseen, you would know angels are already positioning themselves around you. I see them clearing obstacles, removing people who were never meant to walk with you, rearranging circumstances so that when the blessing arrives, it meets you at the perfect moment. None of this is coincidence. All of it is orchestration. My beloved, let me show you a vision. I see a locked chest that has been sealed for years. Every time you tried to open it, it resisted you. You prayed, you pushed, you cried, but the lock would not break. Now I see Archangel Michael taking a key of fire from heaven's altar and placing it in your hand. As you hold it, the lock clicks, and the chest opens. Inside is not only what you asked for but more, treasures you didn't even know belonged to you. Inheritance long delayed, promises long forgotten, blessings your ancestors prayed for that have found their fulfillment in you. Do you see now why the battle was so fierce? Because the enemy knew what was inside. Child, I must remind you, God is not finished with you. The lies that told you life had passed you by, that your best days were gone, that you missed your chance, those lies are ashes under your feet. God says, the story is not over. I am writing new chapters, and they will be brighter than what came before. You are not a failure. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. And being chosen means your life is measured differently. What felt like loss was preservation, what felt like delay was alignment, what felt like silence was preparation. You may ask, but how will I know it is real? And I answer, because it will carry peace. The blessing from God does not come with torment, with confusion, with fear. It comes with clarity, with rest, with confirmation in your spirit. When the good news arrives, and it is already coming, you will feel heaven's fingerprint upon it. And when it happens, remember these words, for they are being written into your destiny even now. My beloved, the angels rejoice over you as you keep reading. Do you feel that slight warmth on your skin, the sudden wave of calm rising in your chest? That is not your imagination. That is the Spirit of God touching you, confirming that this is more than words. This is heaven itself leaning close. Every line you continue to receive presses the blessing deeper into your reality. Do not turn away. Do not let the voice of doubt steal this moment. Archangel Michael says again, stay. Do not skip. Every second you remain, chains are breaking. Every word you read, doors are opening. Every breath you take under this anointing pulls the miracle closer. Beloved, your story is about to change. Heaven has decreed it, angels are preparing it, and your obedience is sealing it.